Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. You're watching JCTV here on Uncle Ben's farm. This is episode number 5 into our adventure here in the farm that our Uncle Ben left us, and we cannot put this off any further. We've got to plant something. We've plowed this field and we've limed this field. Now we've got to seed this field. So we're going to go down to the shop and we're going to look at seeders. And then hopefully we can come up with something because we have almost $74,000 in the bank. Now, what I think, and now usually I'm not really much of a plan ahead type of guy, but in this type of situation, if we buy a seeder, we won't have enough money to lease a harvester. So I think what we're going to have to do is lease the seeder and then lease the harvester, because once we plant, it's going to grow. And then we've got to get it out of the ground. So we've still got our Valtra tractor. It is still on lease for the rest of the day until midnight. And you can see it is not even close to midnight. It's still early in the morning. So we're going to go into the shop, have a look at seeders, and then we're going to start the seeding process. Of course, we are going to have to buy a little bit of seed. But first we need to check the horsepower on the tractor. So we cannot exceed 154 kilowatts and 210 horsepower. Any seeder that requires more than that is going to be next to impossible to pull, especially since it's full of seed. So our only two choices are this Vaderstad seeder here, which is only 6 meters wide. Then there is the next one on the list that is in our affordable price range, is the Lemkin seeder here. Now this is right in the wheelhouse of the kilowatts and horsepower that we need. That Horsch one was too much, the Stera one is too much, the Amaze one is too much. We won't be able to pull it with the tractor, so I think we're going to have to lease this Lemkin seeder. Now it does not have a fertilizer tank, it only holds seeds, but it is 12 meters wide. It's not going to take that long to seed the field, thus it might not use as much seed mixed with the fertilizer. So I think this is our best bet. So we've now leased this. Now we've got to look long term again and check out the prices of these harvesters. They're in like the $200,000 to $400,000 range. So we are going to have to become a magician at planting these crops, and hopefully we're going to have to spend some money on fertilizer as well, because we're going to need a header to attach to the harvester as well. So there's more expense coming. It's just not happening right now. But we do need seed. So we do have that spare seed pallet back at the farm. So that's what we're going to do first, is we're going to put that seed pallet into the Lemkin seeder to see how much room we have left, to know how much seed we still have to buy to get it close to full. So that way we will know how much seed it takes to seed the field, so we know how much to buy next time. We know how much to keep on hand for the next time that we plant. So I think if we just fill it up as close as much as we can to 100%, and then we will know exactly what the cost is to seed the field and then how much the seed is used. So that one seed pallet that we have back here at the farm, I think is about 76% full. If I'm not mistaken, the seed pallets are 1,000 seeds per pallet, and this one has about 764, I think is the number that we're looking for. The only way to know is to go and fill it up, of course, so then we can just do that. It is located right here, and then if there's any seed left over after we seed the field, of course, we can just unload it and keep it on the farm like we did here, and then we won't have to purchase that seed next time around. All right, so there we go. 798 seeds in the seeder, and we're going to head back to the shop, buy some more pallets of seed, and then we will, we will know just how much seed we need to buy to seed this one field. Now, we've already decided to keep that back field as grass because of the extremely successful silage endeavor that we took in the last episode. You see that we made almost $36,000. So we're going to use that silage, the silage bale business, as a little side business, I'm guessing, in between planting. The grass doesn't actually take that long to grow back, so When it does grow back and it comes time, we can lease all of that equipment again and then slowly purchase each piece of silage making equipment so that we don't have to lease it next time, and then lowering our leasing cost and raising our profit margin, which would be the smart thing to do. All right, so we've got one more pallet of seeds here. Let's see. We are at, 13%. Let's see how much we get to here. Let's just fill this up. There we go. I think there are about 1,000. So we're going to be off a little bit, but we could probably get 2 or 3 more pallets of seed. Let's go in here. We'll just purchase 2 more. They are, $900 a piece. So far, 9 times 3 is 27. So $2,700 to seed the field, I'm guessing. There's 1 more pallet, and we should be able to get maybe 2 more. I don't want to buy too much and then have it sit here on the shop floor, because we have no way to get it back to the farm unless we load it in the seeder. Let's do that. Let's grab 1 more. There we go. So hopefully we should be able to get these 2 more seed pallets in here, and then I think we should be good to go after this. Then we can start seeding that field. Now, as to what we're going to plant, I have no idea. We're going to have to look at some prices to see what's in demand, what's one of the most profitable crops, because I don't want to plant something where we're not going to make any money. The goal here is to make money. So there we go. The seeder is, that's good enough. I think 82% should do it. If not, I don't see us running out of seed. I see us having a lot left over, but we'll check that out. So there we go. This should be relatively quick with the 12-meter seeder. A lot quicker than the 6-meter one that holds a less amount of seeds. Obviously, that it would have taken longer, and we would have had to possibly fill it up. Oh, this has ridge markers as well. I've used those before. Ridge markers, they just mark a spot on the field. So if you don't have GPS, you could use the ridge markers to carve out a line that you can follow next time on your second pass, and then you will be able to seed the entire field. Ridge markers I am familiar with. This particular seeder I am not. So let's try and line this up here. Okay, that should be good. Now I think we just have to find something here, not the shop menu. Let's go into here. Okay, so the crop pricing menu. Wheat is $387, barley is $221. Oats are in high demand at $744. Canola is steady at $508. Sunflowers are steady at $5.99. Soybeans $6.61, and corn is holding at $4.19 or $4.15. That's all that we can plant with this Lemken planter, or Lemken seeder, sorry, because we don't have a planter for the other crops. Sunflowers, I think, is with the planter. So I think we're going to go with oats. Oats is in high demand right now. It's not to say it won't be in high demand in a few days when it's grown and ready to harvest. But we're going to take a chance here. And with the oats, we could actually, when we do harvest, we can we can disable the straw swath and leave straw on the ground, and then lease maybe a baler to bale it up, or a loading wagon to sell the straw. Haven't quite decided what we're going to do with the oat straw just yet, but we are going to plant, and then we are going to look at fertilizing, because we want to get as much yield as we can, and since this seeder does not have a fertilizer tank attached to it, we are going to have to fertilize at some point. So stay tuned for that. We are going to seed the rest of this field, and then we'll look at fertilizing the planted crops. Hang on a minute. And just like that, we are just about finished planting all of the oats. Now, if we look at the... Wait just a second. There we go. We're done. Let's look at the capacity on the seeder. We are at 39% capacity. We started at 82. So that means, due to popular math, 43% was used. So, moving forward, we only need to load 43% of the seed into this particular seeder in order to seed the entire field. So 43 plus 43 is 86. So one full fill to the 100% mark will give us 2 seasons of planting. So we will be able to seed twice on one fill with this particular lemkin seeder, which is not bad. That didn't take very long at all. It was nice and smooth. It's not going to let me unload there because the house is in the way, which we still can't get into, by the way. So anyways, let's just move over here and we'll see if we can back this up and unload it. We're going to keep the seed, so that way we have 39% of the seed left, and we only need 5% more to seed the rest of the field one more time. So one more pallet of seed will actually seed the field again next time after we're done harvesting. So we're going to fertilize now. We've got to fertilize these crops that we've just planted. So we're going to look at fertilizer spreaders. Now, I did see that there was like these little backpack looking fertilizer spreaders that attach to the back of your tractor, and then you can just fill them up and they spread pretty far. They have like a 24-meter spreading distance. So that should actually do us, and we should actually only fill it probably once, and we should be able to fertilize the entire field. So I think we're going to go check that out. And then I think the prices on the seeders were only like $20,000. So we should be able to purchase one as our second piece of owned equipment, because we are going to be using these fertilizer spreaders quite a bit. There's 2 stages that we need to fertilize with. Yeah, some of these are not what we're looking for. Let me see the coon one. Let me see. Yeah, this one here is only $20,000 and holds quite a bit of fertilizer. It shouldn't actually use that much, so it would make sense to purchase this outright, fill it up only when we need it, so that way we don't have to keep leasing this piece of equipment. It's not much to lease it, but for the amount of times that we're going to be using it for fertilizing our own fields, not to mention we can fertilize the grass field as well, it would just make sense to purchase it instead of constantly leasing it every couple of days. All right, let's look at some fertilizer. Fertilizer is pretty expensive. Okay, let's see here. All right, let's hook this up and we'll load this up and we'll see just how much. Maybe we need to get another one. I don't know. Let's, there we go. Perfect. Now this has the hooks, the PTO, and the hydraulic cable. There we go. And let's put some fertilizer into this little backpack looking spreader here. There we go. Let's see how much we get out of this. So this will be the same as the seeder, because we want to see just how much fertilizer it's going to take to spread on this field. So we're going to buy that one, 31 plus 31 is 62, plus another one is 93. So 2 more should bring us to 93% on the fertilizer spreader, and then we can start fertilizing, and then we'll know just exactly how much fertilizer is required for now our second piece of purchased equipment. We now own outright the plow that is sitting at our field and this Kuhn fertilizer spreader thing. I'm a jig. There we go. Okay. Oh, hitting a bump. Oh, I guess I should probably raise that up off the ground while we're driving. So there we go. I don't want to just damage our second piece of equipment through no fault of my own. There we go. All right. So now we just have to figure out the spreading width, because without GPS, we're just going to have to wing this. There we go. Oh, we can move over just a little bit. There we go. So that covers that whole side of the field, and we are basically just going to drive up and down until it's covered with fertilizer, as you can see. And then I don't know what to do. I don't know what we're going to do after that. Planted, we fertilized. The grass is growing to the left of us there, but it's not quite ready to cut yet. So I don't know. We'll have to figure out something. Hang on a minute. We're going to fertilize this field, and we'll get right back at you. All right, there we go. That did not take long at all with the wide 24-meter spreading capability of this fantastic purchase that we just made. Oh, let's get that last little bit right there. All right, let's turn this off, and we are at 51%. So we started out with 93%, which means we only used 42% of the fertilizer in there to fertilize the entire field, which means we've got 51. So technically, if we do it the same as we did next time, same as we did just now next time, we should be able to refertilize the entire field without filling it up. But we will have to fill it up again after that for the third harvest, or for the third fertilizing trip that we make. Right now, I don't think we need to fertilize again because we plowed and we limed, and now we've spread fertilizer. So we should be at the second stage of fertilizing right now without actually filling it up again. So this will be good to just leave here, and then the next time we need to fertilize something, or maybe if someone around town needs something fertilized, we can certainly help them out with no extra expense to us. All right, so I think we're going to go back to the farm here. Let me just check. I wanted to go back to the shop, but let me check. Okay, so this is lime. All right, so we've got lime here and then lime there. All right, so we've got lots of lime left over, and we've got seed over here. That is perfect. All right, so we're going to have to come up with some sort of organizational thing for this stuff. It is just kind of, oh, there's my phone. What's this now? Hey there, I own Field 10, and I was wondering if you could help me. Can you plant soybeans on Field 10 for me? The seeder's at the shop. Thanks. Okay. I guess, well, we've got a little bit of extra seed, unless he's got seed at the shop waiting, but do I want to use my leased equipment for this? You know what? I don't think I do. I don't want to break, if something happens to the equipment that I'm leasing while I'm doing a job for someone else. I don't know, is that covered? I don't really want to do that. I'll use this tractor, but I think we'll use that guy's seeder that he leased. There it is right there. He even leased the tractor, but I don't see seed. Looks like we're going to have to fill that seeder up with some of our seed. Oh, there's a weight there too. This seeder is kind of smaller than the one we just leased, so let's use the weight anyway. He did pay for it, so let's just attach that. There we go, and then we'll raise that up. I'm guessing that's just so the tractor front tires don't come off the ground. I don't see that happening with this seeder, but you never know. Okay, let's hook this up. We'll zip on back to our farm, pick up some seed, because I don't see any laying on the ground here, and it looks like that's going to be on us. Let's hook up these cables. And field number 10, yeah, I know, it's for contract work only. Thank you. Field number 10, if I'm not mistaken, when we went on that little sightseeing tour when we first got here, field number 10 is that ridiculously small field by the sawmill. There's like 2 small square patches of grass, and that's where field number 10 is. Okay, there's the button for the lid. Let's go and fill this up. Yeah, I get it. I'm not going to use this very narrow seeder to seed my field. Let's try and get this done. Where's my seed? There it is. Alright, so I have no idea how much seed this thing holds. So I think we're just going to... Can we just take it all? Will it hold it all? Let's see how much we can fit in here. Oh, this thing is very difficult to steer in reverse. Let's try and get this. Alright, so we're doing another favor for someone else we don't know. I guess when people just start calling, we're just going to help. I guess that's what we're doing now. There we go. So we are full of seed. All of the 3 pallets of seed fit into this seeder. Now we just need to make our way to field number 10. Yep, field number 10 is across that rickety old bridge by the sawmill on its own little island. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's like a lighthouse in between them. It's really, really small fields. Yeah, I get it, Mr. Warning Sign. Trust me, we won't use this seeder for anything else other than contract work. Let's make our way down to We got to go all the way down to almost the grain mill, make a right turn across the side of that field and then across that rickety bridge. Right, not this road, but the next one. I'm guessing my tractor moves faster than the one he leased, so it's probably wise that we're using ours. All right, let's zip on over to field number 10, and we'll see you in just a few short seconds. Well, that wasn't really much of a long drive. We have reached the rickety old bridge. There we go. Almost lost the cedar over the edge there. Yeah, so field number 10 are these two very, very small square fields. I think that's a church. I think I said it was a lighthouse earlier. It might be a church. How are we even going to maneuver these corners? Is this why he wanted me to some help with this? Because it looks impossible. Why are all these retaining walls built around some of these fields? That's just crazy. It's impossible to get your equipment in here. Well, let's try this. Can we get in there? That looks like it might work. Let's lower this and turn it on. And he wants soybeans. There we go. Soybeans selected on the cedar. Now I guess we just have to make some small turns around the edge of this retaining wall so that we don't hit anything. Okay, that seems to be working. Now let's see if we can... Oh, there we go. Very, very tight. Can barely see what we're doing here. Let's see. Let's try and get these last couple of things here. Well, we are going to try our best to seed this entire field. And then we'll check back with you if we're able to complete this or not. Hang on a second. This may prove to be a little more difficult than it's worth. See you in a minute. Whew, okay, we finally got this done. This was not easy. I'm guessing it's not going to be easy to harvest that once your soybeans are ready as well. That was just crazy. I'm so glad that Uncle Ben did not leave us these two little patches of dirt that this guy calls field number 10, because there's lots of... It just doesn't seem feasible or, just sane at all, I think is the word I'm looking for. Why would you waste all that space? Anyways, I guess es bueno no es mío. It's good it's not me. So anyways, we have to drive the cedar back to our farm, unload the seed, and then we're going to return this beast of a cedar to the shop, and then hopefully we can call it a day. Hang on a second. And we've dropped off the seed at our field. We've got the cedar back here at the shop now. We're not going to be having to do any more farming, I'm guessing, for the rest of the day, so we can give back the tractor, the Lemkin cedar, and then we can head back to the farm, and then we can check and see how that fertilizer is taking to the crops that we've planted. And then that will be that. I'm guessing there's not really much else to do unless someone sends me a text message wanting more help. But I can't see that happening. Let's just... we can pull over right here and have a look. Everything seems to be looking good here. That was not hard at all. It was just... Oh, what's this? Incoming transfer, $337. Wow. All right. Thank you, Field 10, for that ginormous payment. Anyways, I guess it was a small field, small payment. Nonetheless, I think that is it. That is going to wrap things up for today. We are going to drive the pickup truck back to the farm and maybe have a little nap and wait for something else to happen. Who knows? Thanks for taking time out of your busy day to watch this video. Don't forget, folks, hit that subscribe button before you go. Drop a like on the video and ring that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we upload new content. You don't want to miss anything here. Remember, you're watching Farming Simulator 19. Played on the PC. This was Uncle Ben's Farm, episode number 5. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. And for now, this is JCTV saying, hey, see you later.